So I've lived here for 2 years now and we've had to purchase and select all the furniture, and it is the first time that I've had to furnish a place. So I think it's time to rate my furniture. My name is Jenny. I have been living out of home for about the past 8 years and I have rented a lot of apartments, and I've learned a few things along the way. It's a very fine line between buying investment pieces or just buying cheaper items for the time being and hoping that it'll work and not collapse. But what I can tell you is where I probably should have invested a bit more money into buying a sturdier piece of furniture, and where I probably could have laid off a little bit and just gone for something a little bit cheaper and simpler. So let's start in the bedroom. This is the Ikea Mom Bed. We got the one with 4 drawers. So underneath the bed, you have 2 drawers on each side. We just really like the kind of simplistic design of the bed, and also how it can fit kind of with any decor if our style does kind of change. So because I share the space with my boyfriend, I couldn't make it overly my style. We wanted something more neutral and calm. So of course we settled on the basic Scandi style. So everything is in this very nice kind of light wood color, which I think is very easy to pair, and I like to change my bedding a lot with different colors. So overall, nice, simple design, functional with 4 drawers, great for storage if you live in an apartment. Color, beautiful. It's not like overly yellow or it's not overly dark. Now, I'm puffed out, but let's get to the bad part. So firstly, if you have carpet in your home, the drawers are very, very hard to move, and when you put stuff in them, they get very heavy. It's not like an easy sliding drawer. Like, you actually have to use a lot of effort to get it out. And also, because you are pulling so hard on it to get it open, I don't know if it's just because we have carpet that we've really worn down the drawers on this bed. As you all know, IKEA, it's DIY. You build it yourself, you screw it in yourself, so it's bound to, you know, fall apart if you're not that strong. And if you don't have electrical tools, and a lot of them have that like paper, wooden little knob thing that they shove in for the holes. And if you know IKEA furniture, you kind of know that once you take it apart, you can't really put it back together again because the holes are already there. Even if you put the nail in and screw it in, it's loose. It will never be the same again, and it will never stay together again. Exhibit A. What is this, you say? Yes, this was my drawer. It no longer fits anymore. See, that wooden thing is just broken in there. What we are left with now is this. So I want to say about 2 out of 4 drawers are broken, and then the 3rd one is about to break as well. The furniture quality is not that great. It was pretty cheap. Because we got 4 drawers, it was $4.99, but the less drawers you get, and you can even get it without drawers, the cheaper it is. And I do think it's a very versatile bed, so yes, I would buy it again. But now that I've settled into the space, I would probably purchase something more sturdy. We do have an Ikea bed frame as well. That one is much more sturdier, so we will be using that one next. So something that I saved on was bedside tables. They are surprisingly really expensive. I didn't really want anything with drawers, just something simple that will kind of match the aesthetic. So I got these from Kmart. They are actually marble top, or some sort of marble top. I painted these frames white. They were black. In hindsight, I could have just let them be black and I think it still would have looked quite nice. And I also did a really shocking paint job that took me way too long. These were only $39 each, and I think they look great. They'd serve their purpose. If I move, I probably wouldn't take them with me, but you know, they were only $39 each and I used them for 2 years. The only bad thing was that when we went back to buy another one, the marble was different. Like, this one's a bit more of a gray and white. You can't really tell, but you know. Something that I surprisingly splurged on that I didn't think I would are these bedside table lamps. Now, I chose them because I was going through this marble and brass phase, which I think I still am. I do generally like warmer colors, and I think I will be able to use these for a long time coming, or even as just a study desk. I love the amber glow it gives out. It's very calming. It's great for nighttime, and I like how the brass isn't too yellow and gaudy, and this marble base is very solid. These lamps were, I think, $150 each on sale, and when you buy lamps, they don't include the light bulbs either, and because it's like a special light bulb, the light bulbs were like $30 each, so I ended up spending like $180 on each lamp. I spent almost the same amount on these 2 bedside lamps as we did on the actual bed frame. Granted, the bed frame is kind of done for after 2 years, but the 2 bedside lamps are still working, but it's just not something that I pictured I would spend so much money on. Oh, and before I forget, the mattress. If you are in your 20s, you will have started exhibiting a bit of back and shoulder pain, especially after staying at home and slouching on the couch, working on the bed, or just kind of like this on your laptop for 2 years. And I do think if you want to invest anywhere in the bedroom, the mattress. So we did try the Ikea mattress. We bought it ourselves. A lot of them offer 3 months kind of trial, and they'll pick it up and they'll refund it to you. So I think it'd be great to trial. I actually quite enjoy it. I mean, I've never slept on a mattress that I thought was the most amazing thing in the world, so I don't have like a top tier thing to compare it to, but I'm happy with it. I think the mattress was $1,000. So yes, more expensive than the bed frame, but if I were to choose where I was going to spend my money in the bedroom again, bed frame or mattress, I would definitely choose mattress. And mattress is something you can keep for years. A lot of them come with insurance and warranty, so you can take it from house to house with you. All right, so makeup table desk situation we've got going here. This Officeworks desk from $29 does the job. Not the most sturdiest thing. This chair, actually my neighbor's, I borrowed it and I have never given it back. Now, I was using this as an actual desk for the longest time, and it is way too shallow, it is way too small. You're kind of like face to face with your laptop screen. And if we've learned anything over the past few years working at home, get a good chair, get a good desk. We've got those in the study now and it is so much better. I had one of those Asian plastic like blue or like those red chairs that are stackable for ages. It works as a makeup table, but if you're gonna work from home, definitely invest in a better setup than whatever it is this is going on. And also, when we had that random earthquake last week in Melbourne, my boyfriend was like, hide under this. This table will protect you. This table's protecting nobody. So, the couch. My partner purchased this while I was still overseas, so I had no say in this, but you know what? He did a pretty good job. I mean, my only request was not grey or dark color, and he bought a dark grey, but I'm kind of glad he ended up choosing that color. So we got it from Fantastic Furniture. Didn't really want to buy the couch from Ikea just because I felt like I've sat on a couple of them and they're very airy. Like the worst couch ever is when it's lumpy and airy and just not cozy and soft. And this couch is cozy and soft enough to sleep on. Like I've had friends stay over and they sleep on the couch and said it's really comfortable. I think the price point is pretty good as well for a 5-seater modular couch. And also, I like lying down when I'm watching my shows. I want to be as comfortable as possible. And also with Fantastic Furniture, because it was in stock, we got it straight away. With a lot of furniture, when you don't purchase from like Ikea and Kmart, it can take anywhere from like 6 to 12 weeks to arrive, especially with couches. And I've lived in so many places where my parents have like bought a new couch and we're literally just sitting on the living room floor for the first 2 months because we're waiting for the couch to arrive. Like if you ever purchase a couch, oh, it takes forever to arrive. Anyway, the only thing that I don't like about it is the depth. Now, I think the depth of the couch is very important because it really maximizes the coziness. I feel like it's kind of a little bit too shallow where I'm like sitting up a little too straight. I'm like hunching forward like that and it makes me feel like suffocated. Like it gives me a bit of sternum pain. And when I'm trying to like lean back and really sit into the couch and relax, I can't really because my bum's about to fall off the couch. It's pretty standard, it's not bad, but if I were to repurchase a couch, I would definitely choose one with a deeper setting. So it just depends what your functionality for your couch is as well. I like to laze around, I like to lie down on my couch, so it needs to be as bed-like as possible and supportive on the back still. A tip when you move out, take as much of your parents' old furniture that they don't want as possible. We got this beautiful marble coffee table that my mum had in her house and she kindly enough gifted it to us. It got broken in half during the move, completely snapped. It was very, very heartbreaking because it was such a beautiful piece of marble and we only recently got it replaced with a marble substitute, so it looks like marble. So if you are gonna get an investment piece, you definitely have to look after it. Because it was broken, I did not look after it at all. There were stains, there were chips, and I have friends with kind of marble coffee tables and the wine stains, the drink stains just never go out. It's a bit of a hassle to look after because you have to be very careful, and if anything spills, you have to wipe it away straight away. And especially if you're planning on kind of snacking or eating or drinking on this table, marble was probably not great for that. You'll be very stressed about eating on top of it. So for a coffee table, I think as long as it suits the space and the couch and your function, if you like eating off it, if you just wanted to use it as a decoration, how much you spend on it should depend on that. With the TV cabinet, something that I'm like completely not interested in, could have been whatever, as long as it just fit the color and the space. We just got it off Facebook Marketplace. There's actually a lot of kind of furniture wholesalers, distributors, so all the furniture is new. I think we got it for like $200 or something, and we chose it specifically because it kind of just matched the color of our floor and the couch, and it serves its purpose. It's not beautiful, it's not amazing, but it does the job, and could have been putting the TV on a box, you know, for all I cared. All right, back in the bedroom for a little break. I've talked a lot, I've walked up and down a lot, I'm quite puffed out. I know you guys need a little break as well. What's that? You like the music playing in the background? You want it a little louder? A little louder? Well, good to hear that you like the music playing in the background, because today's video is sponsored by none other than Epidemic Sound. As a paying customer of 3 years, I'm so glad that they're working with me on this video. Today, I'm gonna show you a little bit more about how I use their music, how I search for it, and what I use their music for. So if you're a creator, a YouTube creator who is always spending hours and hours trolling through websites to find the perfect song for your video, definitely keep watching. Creating a YouTube video actually takes quite a long process because you're doing everything yourself. You're coming up with the idea, you have to set up the space, whether that be cleaning your room or setting up the lighting and camera situation, getting yourself set up and ready, film your video, editing it, spending an hour or two looking for music to fill in your video. So I've used about 4 or 5 different kind of music subscription plans for YouTube where the music is royalty free. So basically you won't get copyrighted or sued, or your video won't get taken down, which is great. I've used everything from paid to unpaid, and there are stark differences, but Epidemic Sound, I'm not just saying this because they're sponsoring this video. I have been a customer for years, and I did find that their service is the quickest for me to find a good tune. Personally, I like a bit of more of a jazzy, chill tune. If you make YouTube's videos, I'm sure you know that there's some royalty-free tunes that you hear and you're just like, that's royalty-free music. So I do find the quality of music on Epidemic Sound is much better. You have a huge variety. For example, for this video, I will probably search through the ones that I've already favorited. I'll search for the styles that I like. I will look through the kind of staff selections or editors picks. I can even go to my favorite YouTubers like Jen and look through her albums because I love her music taste. I also have connected my podcast to it as well, so I can use music for my podcast, and there's heaps of good sound effects and stings and background music for podcasts. I have whole albums on it, so you can get like a funny, like a brrrr sound, or you can get a chill background, or you can have a very suspenseful thing. So I have the personal plan, and that allows me to use the music for YouTube and my podcast. And if you guys are interested in using it for your YouTube videos, or even just want to discover some new fresh music, you can sign up for a 2-month free trial at Epidemic Sound, and you can click on the link in my description box and let me know if you want me to share some of the songs that I really love from Epidemic Sound. I can link you guys to it. I think my music taste is pretty good. Anyway, back to the furniture. Now, the dining room set. Because it was quite a large area, we wanted a slightly bigger table, but not too big because we couldn't afford that. So we decided to go to Ikea for the dining room set. Now, I wanted something Scandi. Once again, basically it looks like my bed frame, but in table form, and it's called the Epidemic from Ikea. I was so ecstatic when I found it because I think it was $300, and a lot of the tables we were all looking at were all over $500 at that size, or even $800, $1,000. And I was like, I'm not spending that much on a formal dining table that I probably won't even eat off. So when I saw it, I was like, great. Now, the problem with buying a dining set is chairs. Piece by piece, they're not expensive. They could be $50, they could be $150, but when you need 4 or 6 of them, that's where it really adds up. I spent more on my chairs than the actual table, so thank God I got a cheaper table because the chairs really broke the bank. Because I got the cheaper table, I thought I could splash out on the chairs, get the ones that I really wanted, and I chose the Nil Solve, I think they're called, and I think they're about $150 each. But because they were so big, you can only fit 4 around the table. So in hindsight, I probably should have chosen cheaper and smaller chairs where I could have fit more around the table, because when people do come over to eat, you can't fit. Like, people will have to sit on stools on either end. The table can fit more chairs, but the chairs won't fit more chairs. And also, the chair, a bit of a regret. They do look really nice. I like looking at them, but I don't like sitting in them. They make a lot of noise and creakiness, and at the very start, when you just start sitting on them, like little bits of rattan kind of come off as well. So in hindsight, I probably should have gone a function over form or style for that one. But the dining table, we've put hot food on it. It hasn't like bubbled up or anything. I think it's just like a timber covering. It's not like full slices of timber because it's quite light, but it has really withstood everything. That's probably the most sturdy piece of Ikea furniture I have ever used. And even if my style changes, I'm probably not gonna go for like a Scandi vibe anymore, but I would still keep the table. So one of the furniture items that I probably spent the most money on and have used the least is the outdoor furniture. furniture set. And yes, of course, I knew this would be the case, but I still really wanted it. I waited a whole year for it to come back in stock. I saved for it. I spent about $1,600 on it to my Ikea. It's a module as well, because we love modulars over here. And I wanted to choose the one that was the most versatile, that I could bring with me to the next home as well, because you can always have an outdoor set, even if you live in Melbourne and it rains 99% of the time, like it's raining today. So I would love to show you my beautiful outdoor seating set, but alas, as you can hear and probably tell, today is raining, so I have it covered up and protected. There's my brand new umbrella getting baptized in the rain. This umbrella I also got from Ikea. I think Ikea has really great price points. It offers a really great middle tier. They're not like your forever pieces that you're gonna hand down to your kids. They will definitely have dissolved and broken apart by then, but they're really good for if you're just starting out, just moved out, want to have your first few pieces of furniture that you can use for a couple of years, 2 to 3 years, and that are simple and kind of fit with any aesthetic. So Ikea, I still really like you. As I grow up, I might start investing in a few more pieces like a couch, a dining room table, but for any small bits and bobs, I think I will always love Ikea and Kmart. So to summarize this very long video, what did we learn today, kids? Try and take as much furniture from your parents' house as possible so you won't have to buy it. Invest in your mattress. That is something that you can take with you. Invest in pieces that you know that you can reuse over and over again wherever you move and whatever home style you go to. Couch. All things for your back, really, invest in them. Study chair, ergonomic desk, things that you can probably dip in money a little bit. And don't forget, dining chairs cost a lot and will set you back a lot. And thank you so much to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring today's video. You can get your own 2-month free trial at Epidemic Sound by clicking the link in my description box, and you can listen to all the groovy tunes they've got on offer. You can follow me on Instagram at jennyjzhou. You can follow me on TikTok at jennyjzhou. And you can listen to our bilingual podcast called The Shameless Sisters, which is in Chinese and English on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.